Okay. First off, using communism as a way to go against atheism is ass backwards. Communism may have atheism as a concept, but the state becomes the church. You worship to the altar of the state. I love how you ignore other atheist dominant countries in this argument, such as Holland, such as Switzerland, such as the Netherlands, where atheism is the predominant ideology of the people, but yet it is, let's just face it, a really beautiful part of the world. Democracy is a key. Human rights are key. And your concept is flawed. Thinking, because you're trying to use communism, this, atheist communist BS. Most atheists would look at communism and go, that's bullshit, because the state tells you what to believe. And most atheists are going to go, that's stupid. We are free people with free minds, and we have the right to think how we feel. So your conclusion here is completely off base. Also, the concept of teaching intelligent design, the problem is intelligent design, there is no debate. Science requires evidence. And you bringing up the bacterial flagellum is just proof of you've got nothing else. Give me some other thing beyond the bacterial flagellum, because if ID is such a huge thing, then you should be able to point out more than just the bacterial flagellum of the fingerprints of God. The problem is that the bacterial flagellum argument was debunked from the get-go. Okay, and let me give you some reasons why. Michael Behe, who's the guy who wrote the book Darwin's Black Box, and came up with the irreducible complexity concept, and using the bacterial flagellum, used the research of a scientist who was studying the bacterial flagellum. The scientist who was studying the bacterial flagellum took what Behe said and went, that's bullshit. That's not what I said. Okay? There is, this whole, we need to teach the debate. There's no debate. The only debate is people like you who want to debate something that is not scientific. If you cannot do something using the scientific method, it is not scientific. There is no debate. ID is a subject that is already lost. It has been shown in court to be a rebranding of creationism. Okay? There's no fear about it. It's like, we might as well, when we're teaching, why don't we bring up all the other creation myths? The flying spaghetti monster was an example of how unscientific intelligent design is. Okay? You want to bring up all these millions of people that were killed None of them were killed in the name of atheism. They were killed in the name of power. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And it doesn't matter if you're using a god or some other means. When power is the goal, then it doesn't matter what the ideology is. And I'm sorry to tell you, nobody has ever been killed, no mass killings have ever happened in the name of atheism. They've happened in the name of the state, the name of the ideology. So, your concept here is flawed from the very beginning. Notice that I'm not doing any ad hominem attacks against you. Notice I am not calling you stupid. None of that. I'm saying you're flawed. And this is a bullshit argument. Okay? Show me one other thing that can absolutely be proven to be irreducibly complex, then we have a debate. Until then, we don't have a debate. There is no debate here. Debating intelligent design is useless. It's already something that you guys have lost. You took it to court, you lost. End of story. So you can sit here and say, well, you know, what are you afraid of? There's nothing to be afraid of. Why can't we go into your church and teach about evolution? How would you like that? How about this? You teach intelligent design in your church, and we'll teach evolution in our schools. Because schools are agnostic, not atheistic. Okay? This is a secular country. Thing called the lemon test. If it doesn't pass the lemon test, it doesn't become law. You can't teach something if it does not have a secular purpose. You cannot create a law if it does not have a secular purpose. ID only has one purpose, and it is non-secular. It is religious. So, tell me how I'm wrong. Please. Come at me. Tell me how I'm wrong.